Hey guys, Jason here, Samco Workshop. Today we're going to talk about is the breakover angle on a Gladiator. Is it really a big deal? Is it like everybody on the internet makes it out to be? Sorry, I'm sweating. It's 98 degrees and I've been out here. I wanted to make some Gladiator videos, and I'm out here and it's actually clean today because I'm at a WMA that I didn't have to drive through anything to get here. It was all gravel road. So it's clean and I'm making some videos, and this is my last one I'm making, so I'm sweating like crazy. But when we talk about the breakover angle on this, what is the breakover angle? The breakover angle is the distance here. Let me step back here where I can see and show you. It is the distance because of the length of the wheelbase, okay? The distance between here and here, I'm probably running that number up here for you. But this distance across here means that the angle from here up to here back to there. So if we were to drive over a mound, where will the mound hit on here is that breakover angle, okay? Jeep already has the incredible approach angle that's unmatched, a decent departure angle before it drags, but that's okay there too. Even though it's not class leading, it's still class better. We'll show you. And the breakover angle is maybe not class leading, but it's still class better in a pickup truck. So let's talk about that for a second. So when we look at this, first let's talk about that departure angle. So yeah, the departure angle here may not be, that is a distance that before the angle till you start dragging this back end, if you were coming down a hill or going up a hill, when you're going to start to drag, okay? That's your departure angle. Now, why is it okay that this one is just slightly worse than most of the other midsize? Because it's a little longer here. Because it gives you all this reinforcement. We have steel reinforcements right here. Okay, we have the steel guard right here that wraps all the way around underneath, goes all the way around there. You can see it right there. It comes all the way around here. We have this guard right here, this huge guard that is a rock rail skid plate. This thing is solid steel tubings that is designed to protect this and designed to take that weight of the vehicle and let you drag it over anything you need to. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Just like we have rock rails, these are rock rails right here that will protect the body if you have to drag it over anything. We also have frame rails that run all the way across, and they will drag over anything as well too. So, and you notice on here, everything for the most part sits tucked up in, here's a frame. Everything for the most part is tucked up pretty tight under that frame. Okay, with not a lot of stuff hanging down on there. It's a beautiful thing. So we have that smooth surface of the frame rails underneath there. We have the rock rails right here to protect it. So when we start talking about breakover angle, it's okay. I mean, is it going to be the best thing in the world for running if you're going to be climbing over rocks and rock crawling, or a hardcore off-roader on some of the mountain trails where you got to get over some of these crazy things? Nope, it might hang up a little bit. That's still okay because of this truck, unlike most of the trucks, most mid-size trucks, at least here, we gain front lockers, okay? So even if you were to hang up there a little bit, rather than just having a back wheel spin trying to push you up whatever over the obstacle, we also have the front lockers, which can grab and pull you with the whole front wheels with all the weight on the engine, can pull you off of that and let it just slide back till the wheels hit and roll over. So realistically, unless you are somebody who is going to be an absolute die-hard off-roader that's going to be running hardcore trail systems or doing hardcore rock climbing and things like that, realistically, this thing will do every single thing you need, and that wheelbase will not matter, and the breakover angle will not matter. I have been running this vehicle for a year now, and I spend 300 miles per week in the swamps. And now, yes, it's flat, it is swamp, but I still have so many washes, like this kind of stuff. You see these ditches and these washes, this sort of thing. That I'm not walking to show you more. They get much deeper, obviously, but I have so many of these things that I have to cross all the time and over things, and it's never once been an issue. And even when it does hit, like I said, and I do get hung up, which is usually when I'm going over big berms and banks where creeks have been washed out coming up the other side, all I do is kick on my front lockers and it drags it right up off of it. So don't let that fear of that breakover angle fool you. Don't let people convince you that it's something. And then also remember that you can lift this vehicle without any fear of reliability damage or part cost, okay, where you cannot do that to any other mid-size truck. You cannot even do that to a Bronco. Anything that has an IFS front suspension, independent front suspension, when you lift it, you are putting more stress on the CV axles by changing the angle of those axles, which means you will wear them out quicker, you will stress them more, you will break them faster, they will become an issue for you. On this, if you don't like that breakover angle, lift it 3.5 inches and it will do nothing to the reliability because it has a solid front axle that never changes and is never at a weird angle. So you could lift this thing 3.5 inches and get the best breakover angle you could ever dream of, and then you could slap 40s on it and have this thing be a beast, and it would cost you next to nothing to do that, just the cost of a lift, where you put a 3-inch or 3.5-inch lift on any other truck out there today other than what comes factory. You know, like the ZR2 has a factory 3-inch, Trail Boss has 2-inch, but you go lifting any other vehicle 3 inches higher than what it comes from the factory where it's been tested, you will be blowing CV axles like crazy, snapping them like twigs, blowing them like water, promise you. So this breakover angle is nothing to be concerned about. There is no fear of this, regardless of what you see on the internet and people freaking out and, oh, I could never drive it, it's got the breakover angle on it, it hurts it, it kills the Gladiator. Nothing kills the Gladiator, nothing in a truck world. There's nothing in a mid-size truck that can beat this. There's nothing in a mid-size truck that can go where it goes. There's nothing in a mid-size truck that can do what it does. There's nothing in a mid-size truck that will last as long as it is. Okay, there's just nothing out there that's going to do that. And I don't mean that mean. And don't get me wrong, I love the Frontier. Okay, Frontier, naturally aspirated, amazing truck. Ridgeline, naturally aspirated, amazing truck. Both of those have got amazing reliability. They're going to last for many, many years, but they cannot do what this does. The ZR2, very close to being able to do what this does, but the ZR2 still, that's got a 4-cylinder turbo, and I love it. It's a great truck, but it will not have the reliability of this one in the long term, again, due to the engine and the solid front axle. ZR2 is great. If I can't get a good deal on this, next time I buy one, it will be a ZR2. Okay, I do not get emotionally attached to vehicles. This thing's a tool for me, and right now I bought it for a good price and it's serving its purpose. When the next time I got to buy one, if this does not fit my price, then I go with something different. It'll be a ZR2. Point we're trying to make is that there's a lot of great trucks out there. Okay, but don't think for a second that this longer breakover is going to be a hindrance to you. What does it gain you? What do you gain from having this? What is the benefit of this long wheelbase? It's right here. This is it. Take a look at that. Take a look, feast your eyes on that, by golly, right there. Look at how much room is in here. Look at the amount of room in the back of this thing compared to any other midsize. Okay, not to mention the massive amounts of storage. I'm not lifting all this with all my gear on here, but the massive amounts of storage in here and everything there. That's the beauty of it. That's where you gain from having that extra length on there. Okay, you gain massive cab space in this vehicle. Makes it a beautiful thing. So do not fear the breakover, regardless of this BS stuff you hear on the internet. And remember, unless you're somebody who's going to be doing this thing, you know, hardcore trailing with this thing and really taking it off-road in mountainous types terrain, breakover angle isn't going to bother you. And if you're going to be doing that anyway, slap a 3.5-inch Terraflex lift on this thing and put some 37s on it and never look back, and you'll never worry about breakover one time ever again, and you've lost zero reliability of the vehicle. Thanks for watching.